No problem.
Exact same case. That's not usually the case.
Let's see, tonight.
Waiting for what?
Who are we waiting for?
No.
Jerry's coming, right? Robert's coming?
Yeah.
There he
Parking his
is, he's
car.
here.
He's parking his truck.
Congratulations.
Jerry's here.
Tough to get here in time. You're retired.
Let's see, make sure we got all
I think somebody is here.
Robert.
Robert.
Hi, Jerry.
Oh, are the kids coming? Will we have enough seats?
Right, so now we're gonna have two Roberts.
You must be Diane
That'll
then.
be confusing.
Okay.
Diane,
It'll be short one.
Wait, I'll help you. I'll help you.
So I didn't know that Laura was coming.
okay, sorry, I screwed it all up.
And right here's your
I
packet.
said I'm attached, I'm attached.
Come down. And Jameson said she can.
The junior member's squeezing in here.
Oh, no, that's taken too. We need to pull that over. No, there isn't. I lied. Someone's sitting there.
People who didn't bring their pens.
Jerry's sitting there.
Oh,
Jerry's not sitting there.
Chad's there, and Robert's sitting there. So if you could pull another chair up, that would be helpful. Thank you. I'm sorry. There you go. All new people.
Yeah, new life, new blood. Great. What? Yeah, here comes some old blood.
Crawling through the door, dragging my feet. Hi, Chad. Jerry Holman. I can make it this time.
We're gonna make sure we do introductions, so everybody gets to know one another.
Are we on?
School going for you.
I'm gonna use one.
What year are you? Are you senior?
Yeah, so it's getting a little like a little bit.
That's right. You're in the home stretch. Wow, that is. What plans you have?
I've gotten a few college
I used to sit in the hall and pass those out, like in basketball. Kids would come back, Miss Holly, this pen's not
now
working.
Northeastern, like in Texas. Number one pick for base.
Saw it
What do you
down
want to
on
study?
the tip of a pen.
Yeah, mine's come with that little tip.
Well, that sounds good for you.
Thank you.
But it's
Yeah.
financial sport now.
There was, at the
Any local,
PSATs
more local?
boot camp that I was just at.
You want to get out of Hellertown.
County.
Well, I applied to Lehigh and
Okay.
I'm
And
still
they
waiting to
have
see back
these
on
like
that.
go
That's
bags
not
that
until
they hand out. On the side of it is a
March,
checklist
maybe.
that
So
they
it's
give
like
out
March
to
is like the next
elderly
round, right?
citizens.
all like the earlier rounds of colleges came
Yeah.
out, so it's just like let's sit with those.
You have an emergency and you have to get out of your retirement home or whatever like that.
It's hard.
But anyways, it came with
Staying on school now.
battery
You just wanna make sure you get
chargers,
through it.
flashlight
Yeah.
things.
Oh, nice.
It came with a snap stick.
Yeah.
Keep your head down.
Yeah, glow stick, you know.
Oh, that's parties.
Well, it's like in case you want to have a rave with like everybody in
While
their
you're
walkers.
being
Do you
evacuated.
remember those days? The last few months of high school?
Well, I just went through it with the two boys when they they both were wrapping up
Good.
graduate school stuff. And it was the same kind of like drama, like raising them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. We're here tonight. We have to take a roll call. I'll call your name. Let me know if you're present. Phil Spawn, I'm here. Sandy Miller.
I'm here.
Robert Blasco.
Here.
Jerry Holm.
Here.
Robert Davis.
Yes.
Diane Hollowell.
Here.
Michael Sanders.
Here.
And our council liaison, Chad.
Yes, here.
Noah.
Here.
Jamie is not, and Violet is here. And Carol Schneider's here. And we have Lars present too.
I'm just hanging out.
Okay, so
I'm turning over
Chad's
the
our
keys to
new
the car.
liaison. Chad's our new liaison. Okay, great. Well, let's go around here, and if you would, tell us, well, we know your name now, but how long have you been in the township? And we're Parks and Rec, so do you have a favorite park or spot in Lower Saucon Township? So I'm Phil. I've been in the township since 2000, and I like the Sandra Yeager Preserve, the beautiful walking trails there. Violet, do you want to go next?
Yeah.
And you know what, please, you got to speak into the mic so that we record it, and that if, is anyone else on, is anyone calling in or anything like that? We don't, no, this is just so that we get it recorded. So if we can share mics if you need to.
I'm Violet. I'm a senior at Saucon Valley. I've lived here my whole life, so. And I mean, I love going to Polk Valley and the rail trail and stuff, so I would say those are definitely my favorites.
And the ones in front, if they're green, they should be good to go.
That is good, yeah. I'm Bob Davis. I've been here in the township for about 25 years. I'm on the Water Authority too, and I was on the Environmental Council way back about 20 some years ago. But I love Polk Valley as well. That's a place where I
It is
like
good
to go.
part. And you like Bob, what do you go by?
Bob is fine, yeah.
Next.
Me to go? I'll go.
You can go, you're here.
I'm Laura Ray. I was the council liaison last year, and I grew up in Saucon Valley. My favorite park, although I never have time to go and use it, is the rail trail.
Diane Hollowell, graduate Saucon Valley 76, lived in Hellertown. Now live in Lower Saucon since 97 or something. You know, during college, worked the playgrounds in the summer. And I have to say, I will present why my husband and I go to Saucon Park playground, park all the time. Like, I will show you that.
Okay, good.
So I know it's not Saucon Valley, it's Bethlehem, but they have an amazing facility down there that we discovered, and now every day we're down there. Playing
Playing
ping pong.
Oh, ping pong.
Bob Blasco, moved here in January of 07, matter of fact, so it's 19 years. We've been in the township, and as far as a favorite park, I don't really have a favorite, to be honest with you, other than Polk Valley, because that's part of my responsibility. I know it's my son's favorite because of the dog park.
My name's Noah. I lived here my whole life, 17 years, and I would say Easton Road Ball Field would be my favorite park.
I'm Mike Sanders. Some of you may know me as the Saucon Valley Handyman. Just putting that out there. So I travel all over town. I love all of the parks. My sons use them quite often, but my favorite would have to be the Sandra Yeager, because it is quite literally my backyard.
Nice. I'm Chad Heimbecker. I was born and raised in Allentown. I went to William Allen, Muhlenberg College, degree in biology and computer science.
Yeah, go Muhlenberg.
Mules. Moved to Lower Saucon, Wassergasse area in 2013 with my wife when she was pregnant with our second child. And I have 2 kids. I've spent a lot of time at Polk Valley for soccer and walking around the back of the meadows up in there and taking laps around that park. So I enjoy that a lot. The rail trail, ride the bikes there has been a good time. So that's about it.
And so you are our new council liaison.
Yes, just elected back in November and trying to get more involved. So I'm going to be sitting here. I've been on the EAC for about 3 years, and I'm going to be on Parks and Rec and the rail trail as well.
My name's Jerry Holland. I lived here all my life. I think my favorite parks would probably be the baseball field as well as the rail trail.
Is Mark your son?
Nephew.
I used to teach him phys ed.
Sandra Miller. I moved here when I was 6 years old, and then I left after school. I was gone for over 20 years, and I've now been back as long as I was gone. So I can't say that I've returned because it feels like I've, whatever did. And I think my favorite park, as you said, we spent a lot of time at Polk Valley and because of all the lacrosse and soccer over the years. But I really have enjoyed starting to visit places like the Sandra Yerger and I call it it's not the Kingston Park, is it? Kingston, yes, the Kingston Park, by the school by Franklin.
Yep.
I've not ever spent a lot of time out there, and now that I have to go out there every month, I enjoy walking around out there.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks for for serving this year on our Parks and Rec. Before we get into our minutes and everything, we have to, and well, Carol's a member of this team too. Is the liaison who's on staff in the township. So you don't need to live in Lower Saucon though, right? Because you're on the staff.
Right.
Okay.
I live in the borough.
Boo, what's your favorite?
My favorite part? I love them all. I mean, to me, that's the draw to Lower Saucon. All of our parks.
Can't pick one.
They're great.
I mean, I love Polk Valley. We have
Okay.
the dog park.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Do you have a dog?
I did. We had dogs.
Yeah.
So our first order of business is we have to nominate a chair and vice chair. Last year, I served as chair and Sandy was vice chair. We both are willing to serve in that capacity. I know and we can take other nominations. I know in looking at the schedule that was sent out, which was the meeting dates. Now, I know there's two that in this year I'm definitely not available. And then there's 3 that I'm gonna be remote, that I'm gonna have to call in. So just be aware that what has happened in the past when that happened is Sandy would be able to officiate and rule the meeting, you might say.
Open it and then we zoom in.
Yeah.
So it all works.
But if there is, I don't know, if there is someone else who's interested in doing that, we can take nominations for chair. How about we start there?
I'm gonna nominate Phil.
I second.
All in favor? Okay, so I'll remain chair. And then for vice chair, I'll nominate Sandy.
I'll second.
Bob, seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to continue with our meeting. One of the things that's important that we need to continue to do is, and it's probably when Carol sends out the packet, please respond to her that you're coming. Because we have to have a quorum to meet if we don't have that. So it's just a matter of emailing her back when you get the packet. Is that the good time to do it, the packet?
Sure. Anytime before 9 a.m. on Monday.
Yeah, so that she knows that who's here, because we have had times when we had to cancel meetings because we did not have a quorum. Now, so in the packet, and there is a hard copy packet, some of you, I mean, I use the copy I get on the internet, but we approved the minutes of the last meeting, December 1st. That starts on, in mine, page 2. The only thing I would like to clarify is there's 2 lists that I'm trying to work on. One is a wish list. And a wish list is the concept of things that we think would be great for Parks and Rec that we want to bring up in the fall of the year. We want to remember to ask council to say, hey, we'd really like to start planting the seeds for a community center. And so we want to keep these ideas in front of us, specifically in the fall time of year as council is creating a budget. That's a wish list. The other then is our action items, things that we agreed tonight that will be done by the next meeting or at least worked on so we can continue to have progress on those action items. And so I'll try to pay attention to those 2 lists. So in number 6 of the minutes, the wish list is not necessarily something that we need to look at every month, but I want it recorded. It's fine where it is, but it should be specifically a list of things rather than, like number 3, Laura noted, winterizing work at Heller Barn ruins. That's not on our wish list. That's an action item, something that happened. She's updating us, but I'll work with Carol and Sandy on the wish list to make sure next time we get that list correct. But it's anything that you notice in Lower Saucon Township in regard to our parks, that whether it's bathrooms here or there, more lighting, or the survey which we took, which I'll talk about in a few minutes, number 1 was a community center. And so we want to keep that in front of us to be aware that if this is something that we want to do, we want to make sure we start thinking about it for the budgeting process. So we have to accept these minutes. And then once we accept these minutes, I like to make sure we tackle any action item, which is on gonna be like page 3 or 4 of the packet. There's 5 of them from December. So first of all, can I have a motion to accept the minutes? And ideally, it's really helpful when you get this packet to review the packet, and so that we can breeze through this stuff and then talk about any current stuff. Okay, so Jerry's has a motion to accept the minutes. Do I have a second? Robert, a second? All in favor? Say aye. All opposed?
You might have to specify which Roberts you're talking about.
Okay,
for the
yeah,
minutes,
Robert
just
Blasco.
If they both go by that.
Okay, good point. Thank you. Now, under action items, and I don't know, did everyone get the email from Jay about his conversation with the ball field? And I know I got it, that there's a variety of, it's not only the Little League that uses the ball field, his point is, so under number 1, and this has occurred, that the conversation has happened. It's included in the packet. Yes, it's included, but the issue is that one has been accomplished, and there is a response to that. Number 2, Sandy Yeager, gather more information on orienteering events.
I was supposed to reach out to that group, and I reached out once and never heard back on their info, so I have to find a better way to find them.
Do you want that action item carried on
Yes,
into the next month? So number 2, we're gonna carry on into the next month. Do you ever do geocaching too? Which is fun.
Same
Yeah,
idea,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
they had like a, contact us thing, and I didn't hear back. Which
Yeah,
I find is usually not terribly effective on Facebook pages. If the administrator doesn't constantly monitor it, they don't get back. So I'll try another way to reach them.
Phil and Sandy prepare a summary. Now, this is one of my big no-nos. You don't hand anything out the day of the meeting. It's supposed to go out before that, but I'm violating that rule here. I did give something to Carol, and if you can make sure Carol gets one of these. This is for the newsletter for the Lower Saucon Township. We had a survey at the beginning of 2025, and this is just 2 things I'm doing here. And it's a little bit different than what I gave you previously, because I like the mission statement of our team is fine. We should put that out there to the community.
It was made up. I made it up. So
Okay, well, it's good.
And Jerry might want to bring something up about that paper that I made.
Well, this says, all it's doing is it's using, the first paragraph is the mission statement of this committee, and then the 9 parks, so people are aware of the 9 parks that we're looking at, and then it talks about a little intro about the survey and our top results, the bullet points. You can see we had 127 responses, and these were the top. These were the top summary items from that survey, which is quite exhaustive survey, actually. And the concept is I'm sorry, who am I supposed to send this to? You just told me her name.
Receptionist at Lower Saucon Township.
What's her first name? Nicole. Nicole is putting together and I assume it's going to come out digitally, or is it gonna be mailed to?
Digitally.
Yeah, it's no longer mailed out to all residents. But it's not only about Parks and Rec, it's about the township, and this is just our piece of it. She said she wanted this before today. I said, we're having a meeting, if we can approve it. I said I would send it to her tomorrow morning, and then she could include it in the next, like the spring of 2026 Lower Saucon Township newsletter. So this is pretty basic. It's just a summary. It's what we do for awareness. And if I can have a motion that this is what I would submit, then we're tackle number 3 action item. Can I have a motion? Or any changes, if you have any suggestions?
Can I get a copy of that?
Well, that's what I emailed you. This got rejected.
I have a question on the rail trail. The last item there, it says limit motorized vehicles. Do we have to designate that we're not talking about electric bikes or something like that, or? You know, you're talking motorized, I would think you're talking about cars and trucks and things like that. ATVs. But there's no restriction as far as taking electric, but they're getting quite popular now.
Where are you? Where are
On
you?
the rail trail, the last item under the rail trail. It's the third item down, under top resident.
Remove dead trees. Limit motorized vehicles. This is a summary. I did not create the summary. I can't tell you exactly what that's about.
I thought
The
that
only
was.
thing I would say is if somebody's
Yeah,
on there running and somebody has an electric bike,
When we brought that stuff together, everything together, it wasn't motorized from the perspective of gasoline.
okay.
It was e-bikes. And the point being, they thought they were going too fast.
So it was e-bikes that they
It
wanted.
was e-bikes, definitely.
Well, there's different categories of e-bikes. The ones that move on themselves are banned off all over Pennsylvania in public lands. But if you're a pedal assist, that's a little different. But I don't know if we need to get into that discussion here. I don't know if, I would say the automatic ones that are electric are prohibited now.
There's
There's a size
chart.
limit or something,
There's a grid
yeah.
that was published at one point where it had different types of vehicles and where they're permitted. I think it's from the police.
Right.
Or state police or something like that.
True.
That is what is allowable on these recreational trails.
Well, that was for the street though, I think. But the rail trail actually does have a size limit on the electric bikes, whatever.
Now, if it was
Amperage or whatever electric bikes go by, there's like a number. When they made
if it
the
was
rail
up to
trail,
me,
they came up with
I would
that,
do
so that
just-
exists.
I would do just a speed limit, if anything,
Well,
because.
Well, okay,
you
but
can't do that, Chad. What are you gonna do?
We're not
I
the rail
was-
trail though,
I know,
that's a whole
and
nother group.
unfortunately, the meeting that they had last week was canceled because of the weather.
Yeah.
But if anything, I would do a speed limit because, I mean, there are people that enjoy those facilities that cannot pedal and should have access to it with a motorized electric bicycle. I have had experiences with people blasting past me, even on
Talking about the spray
single wheel vehicles where you're standing on the gyroscopic ones. And they got their boom box up and they're blasting down, and it is a little unsettling if you're trying to just enjoy the scenic of it. And finally, on a point on this with regards to Heritage Day, I am trying to determine if there's an allowance that we could have for electric powered golf carts to transport people from Heller Homestead to the grist mill on that stretch of the rail trail, so not to derail the conversation, but that is something that I also would like to get an answer from, maybe this group or the rail trail committee, if that, and I have emailed them already to find out if that's something that is legally permissible for us, for maybe a 4 or a 6 person golf cart to transport people up and down, because they had some difficulties with those buses last year going up into Front Street and everything coming around. But, so that's just a thought, not to derail the conversation.
So, Bob, I would say we can keep limited motorized, keep that there. If you want to put it on the wish list, it is something that we can't, we can recommend to council that they act on that.
I would just, doesn't matter to me one way or another. I was just bringing it up for a point of clarification. What does the language mean?
This is something that,
Residents.
that they gave
Feedback,
us,
that's
so we're
all.
not
It's
adding.
just a summary of what was.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't mean
this
we're
is
doing
just a
anything
summary.
about any of the things, but it's,
Gotcha.
what, you
I
know,
would say, but I would say maybe it does.
It's a point of concern that can be discussed in the future.
Ideally, what would happen is we would make a recommendation to the Saucon Rail Trail, because we have such a small part of we have a very small part of the trail, Lower Saucon Township.
What do you have?
One parking lot at,
The Reading?
Reading Road there. That's
No,
the,
it's not. It's the largest, actually. It's not the smallest.
well, no, I'm saying, what, this parcel, the length of the
Yes.
Lower Saucon has the largest compared to
I don't think
Hellertown?
it depends. Oh, yeah, Hellertown stops at the end of High Street.
Right.
And then Bethlehem.
Well, no, I'm saying the part that's going on, that we can, that is in our property is what percentage of? So that's the only access, I should say, that's the only access to this Lower Saucon Township.
LST has, I got it.
That's the only parking lot.
And then just one other point here, on your summary that you have in front of us that you handed out today, it says in spring of 2025, but on the sheet in the packet, it says in spring of 2024.
Well, it was fall of 2024. Well, we collected the results and really got them in the, I'd say, towards the end of 2024, end of 2025, beginning of 2025.
So I think on one document, I put 2024, that was the survey, that's when the survey went out. in 2024.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the whole, I mean, it's a huge document, and boiling it down, I think it's fair to say it definitely happened the end of 24 into 25, and I chose 25 because it's just coming out now. It really could have come out before that, but I don't know if there was a newsletter that went out
During that time.
during that period of time.
Got it.
That again is something that we could easily say, I can easily put in fall of 2024 into spring of 2025.
You just write recently.
That's fine with me.
Takes care of it all.
Can I make, I'm glad to make that change.
It's a good thing Diane brought these pens.
Yeah, who brought these?
There's a red tip on the end of them. And I
Yeah,
only have one
that's
pack
fine.
left, and we have 2 high school
I'm
kids
sorry.
here. Do you guys want to split them?
I can give them mine.
Carol, give them yours, and I will get you a pack.
So recently, I'll add recently,
I gave her mine.
Well, then here.
I don't need one. I don't need.
recently, the Lower Saucon Parks and Recreation Committee reached out to those people. Okay, I'll change that to recently.
Okay.
And again, I think we'd leave limited motorized vehicles if it's something that we want to recommend to, because I don't know if I don't know if anyone's talking about that. No idea. Jerry, you sit on the rails trail, right?
I used to, yes.
Okay.
Why, what's your question?
Well, isn't that something that could,
What happens when e-bikes went, everything went before, for permission, it went before council. Lower Saucon Council approved it. Hellertown approved it, but I never saw anything from Upper Saucon. approve it in the fact that, they're allowed on the rail trail. You know, everybody's concerned about, the big thing is speed, but you can't control speed. What are you gonna have, a police officer out there? I mean, it's not conceivable to control the speed. Now, some of these e-bikes have these special sprockets on them. You know, you can go 28, 30 miles an hour with the darn things. I mean, and if
Well-
you've ever been on the rail trail, when a bike passes you, it seems like they're going 30 miles an hour.
What, is this okay? Can we put this in the Lower Saucon newsletter for spring of 2026?
Yep.
Can I have a motion to accept that with the change of recently? Can I have a motion? Diane? Diane or Diana? Diane. Diane.
I'll second
If
it.
it was done,
Sandy,
my
second.
husband's name's
All in
John.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, I'll get that out tomorrow. That takes care of number 3. Sandy, investigate alternative playground mulches. And is that, I'm just wondering if that's something the township supervisor might,
Should probably
Manager.
talk to, because I spent, you can dive deep into the mulch world, in case anybody wants to know that in the future. They have mulch. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So I spent some time just doing different research, and I should have written something up, but the alternative that people have been moving to away from the black tire mulch is they now come in other colors, but I couldn't figure out how much of the transfer of that color still occurs, because the whole point is not that the mulch doesn't work, it's that the black transfers onto the children and the clothing. So just switching to blue or green didn't seem like necessarily the better alternative. So they do have, it's almost like a tiles that you can now put in that are interlocking tiles like that you would have in your household, and people have been moving to that, and it's from a company. There's 2, Play Safer Playgrounds, and the other is I think it's called Jelly Beans, and it allows you to also, if there is damage, you can remove just the single tile and put it back in, but it is very expensive.
I was gonna say, it would have to be perfectly level to lay those
To make it
out.
all work. So I think that the alternative is also the labor intensiveness. I read a couple of stories about once it's down, how difficult it is to ever get back out and up and away from because it has a tendency to migrate off of this surface. So there was a lot of stories about it. But that, I think, is something that if we're serious about that, we should put that on. It's not as simple as it sounded, just
so right now we have.
moving to a different mulch.
So right now we have just regular
The
wood.
we have the black tire mulch.
Oh, we do, okay.
And the black tire mulch has been the complaint because it's been
Got ya.
transferring to the kids.
Yep,
And
I
it gets on
remember
the
that.
clothes and the hands, and it's also considered somewhat toxic now, so there's a whole group of people that don't want you to be doing it, from the leaching of the water as well as the transfer of the chemical onto people.
So what do we want to do with that?
So if we're, if it's something that we want to recommend, that might be something that will require much further investigation by a professional person, because it's very involved. You can go back to wood. They have a finer grade wood now. People moved away from wood because there was issues with the wood being treated, and then that chemical also transferred. And so people didn't want to use woods, and there was also splintering that was occurring. But they do have another wood product now that you literally blow on to the surface, and it's a finer mulch. That's a wood product that doesn't have the chemical treatment, but it also then loses its benefit of being insect repellent. And so there's pros and cons to everything. So I think that I am not prepared to ever make a recommendation of this level of investigation, and that I'm more than willing to sit and chat with what I've discovered, but I think if we might want to ask the people that do the maintenance work about their recommendations, and the township manager.
Do we know which parks, do they all have rubber? Or like the one right here, the new one?
Oh, and I know mine does, out in Southeastern. They
Really?
have rubber. And
Polk
Polk
Valley
Valley has rubber,
Does too.
and, so I think,
Yeah, they probably all
I think
do.
they've all been transferred to the rubber.
They've got it in the building, I guess, but when we did that, pit for the One Eagle Scout project, they brought I guess you would call it a bale or whatever, and it was like 4 feet, it was a nylon bag,
Yeah.
4 feet by 4 feet
Yeah.
by 6
Yeah.
or 8
Yeah.
feet high. I mean, go ahead and open it up and spread it out.
Well, again, that's a financial thing. And do you want it on the wish list that we think about it in the fall as a recommendation that some capital fund should be set aside to make a switch eventually?
It was in response to people complaining about it, so that was just our step was to at least look into it and what the alternatives would be, and if there was any alternatives. There are alternatives, but it would be a substantial financial commitment to
Yeah,
change
to
all of them
remove
over.
what's,
Not only a commitment to the initial installation, but to maintain it. Same way with you go to a finer wood product, it's gonna compost more quickly, you're gonna
what,
need it
so
out
what do,
there.
what do we want to do with this? Is this something, a hot item for us, or should we just put it on the back burner and
I
say?
think a wish list is a good place, because that way we have it as a reminder, if any grant opportunity would come along.
Good idea.
It's hard to think of,
And I also-
what did we want?
It might just be something that as things deteriorate, if it rotate out of it and not recommend that they use it in a future park or in that
Right,
setting in the
right.
future.
Yes.
And so that was what I would have, I mean, I don't think we can go and scoop it all out,
Well, we put it on the wish list, replace rubber mulch.
but they can slowly, as the parks deteriorate and they need replacement, they switch product.
And
Do you see anything about I've seen it where it's like a spongy that's glued together? So it's not tiles, but it's like a rubberized tan colored material, and it's melted together, but it's very flexible, like a pillow.
We have
almost.
that, we have that at our church, at the church, they have that.
They had, you could put a spray, like they had this machine you could watch that they would, and then it hardened into place too.
Yep, exactly.
But I
That's
didn't
yeah,
know,
that
if
seems like a
that was
good-
squishy or if
That
that
is
was
so-
hard.
You're talking bucks.
The money involved with the cost, but that eliminates the composting aspect. It doesn't rub
Yeah,
off.
it does.
And water goes through it too, which is another
Oh,
nice product
nice.
thing.
Well, I'll keep my eye out when I go to the PSATS conference. They have a big
Okay.
vendor area.
Yeah.
And the playground stuff, there's always a million people there, so I will
Okay. With
keep my
slides
eye
that you
out
can go
for
down?
mulch type things.
Yes.
Can you actually play on it?
Maybe you're gonna go this year.
I wasn't going to because I couldn't.
They
Maybe I
don't have
should.
playground set up for you, but
Oh.
there's,
To
the
try it
playground, they
out.
have all the pictures of all the fancy playground stuff.
We'll put it on
and-
the wish list,
Thank you.
okay?
will
We'll
look
put it
at
on the
it.
wish list.
Diane had given all these accolades about Saucon Park. What do they have down there?
Well, I was gonna wait till you went through that.
Okay, okay, good, yep. That's a good time to bring it up.
One nice part about the rubber mulch is its elasticity. So when a kid falls from 4 or 5 foot and they land on it, it's very soft.
Yeah.
With sponge materials, especially during colder temps, they're not going to give way.
Absolutely.
And the wood as well. Once it starts to dry out and become composted, it becomes concrete. The
If it
rubber,
gets
even
wet.
though, even though it, it may rub some black on you, or whatever color you get, the safety of it is huge.
Yeah.
And the cost, it's not as
Yeah.
costly as some of these other
Very
things, but
inexpensive bulk-wise
but
compared
it's
to other
a definitely a safety.
I have another
safer
comment though.
option.
I will say tonight on the news, I wrote down a comment about it. They just did a report on the toxicity of the rubber mulch in playgrounds and even the particles in the air, you know?
No way.
So it's like,
Down, you can really,
Well, maybe we could,
Eh.
if you're gonna do a wish
everything's
list for
bad
this,
for you.
maybe you could do a chart or a table that lists all the different options, cost factors, environmental factors, safety factors, maintenance issues,
that would be an ideal
And-
project for a staff
and
person to do.
try to
Yeah.
organize this and prioritize which ones make the most sense.
Yeah, I agree. If they have time. I know the staff is busy.
So we
I'm
will
not
put
making
that, we'll put
assignments.
that on the wish list. And Jerry, do you wanna bring that up now, the ball field, or you wanna wait till your rotation? You have number 5 there, and I don't know what it,
Oh, what
Was it probably about the traffic issue and?
I spoke to Roger about, there's no updates on the baseball field.
Microphone to you? if you-
There's no updates on the baseball field, everything is buckled up.
Yeah, right, I saw that.
Buckled up for
Okay.
the winter.
Okay, so.
The other question we had about, traffic. I've talked,
Well, let's hold off onto the traffic till we get to the individual reports, okay? So the action items, the only one we're carrying over is number 2. And we're putting, replace rubber mulch on our wish list, okay? Now, now back to the agenda. We have no one from the public here. Do we have any junior counselor reports or any questions or any update?
Not really, no.
And I don't know if you're new, if you're an adult new here, why don't you tell us why you do this and how you get, how do other students find out about doing this kind of thing for Lower Saucon Township? Yep.
I found out just through another friend who had been doing this since her freshman year, and then she found out from another friend, so it's really more of a word of mouth thing, more than anything else, I feel. I love being out in nature. Me and my dad go hiking all the time, so it's a fun thing to be semi-involved in whatever's going on in our parks. And yeah, me and my dad actually, we went out to the Steel City Park a little bit ago to go check it out and stuff, and we like going around to the parks in the area, so that's kind of why I'm here.
And are junior counselors on other teams too, other committees? Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do you, well, you found about your brother was a.
Yeah, my brother was in this Parks and Rec as well, so I joined in last year, and I would just say to get informed about this is just from friends.
Good. Okay, good. Non-citizen, we have no events, applications, we sort of rubber stamp events that want to use a park or what's a fun example? Heritage Day is a fun example of using the Heller Homestead for an event. There's just things like insurance and police traffic control that that needs to be aware and signed off on. So that, but we have no one requesting anything in. How many months out do we usually have to work on that? Like a person has to get their material in.
They're supposed to get it in 60 days in advance.
60 days in
At
so.
least 60 days, and there should be Heritage Day from the Conservancy, we should be getting
I just
information on
mentioned
from
it
the
today.
Historical Society,
Yeah, certain things happen.
Valley Cross
Certain things
Day.
happen year after year, so we just anticipate we're going to get the Heritage Day recommendations. Okay, so action items, we did our wish list, we did a summary, we did our review. So now, parks update. This tends to be the bulk of the meeting. We do have some vacancies, and we have someone like Sandy and Jerry who are on multiple parks. If we can divvy out our council, our junior council, and the adults in the room here who might want one of these spots, that would be helpful.
Clean the slate and let's start all over. I mean.
Yeah, but I wanna keep Sandra Yeager.
Well, you go for it then.
you can have more than one member on.
Oh, okay, that's a great idea.
Sure.
You make the rules, so.
That's a great idea.
might see
Okay,
different things.
let's do that first. How about we'll start with our new members, Bob, or Bob, Diane, and Mike or Michael?
Mike's fine.
Mike, do you see any of these parks, specifically ones that are either vacant or with someone like Jerry has three times there? And the concept is like, I am number 4. So I go there on a regular basis. It's a park that I use often, and I can update you very easily on that.
If someone's closer.
I live like around the corner from Town Hall, so I live at Black River Road.
Okay, so town hall would be great for you then, because no one's on there right now. Okay, well, no, we're gonna have two, we're gonna have two,
Okay, two of us.
okay?
You can be on more than one park too.
That's fine.
Okay,
Bob and Diane
on
Town Hall.
town hall. And Michael, do you have one that you,
I like number 4 there, Phil.
okay, that's fine.
So Phil and Mike for Sandra Yerger.
Does anyone else wanna be in Southeastern Park? We're doubling up. If you have another choice that you use,
It's close to me, but I don't know if I'm,
I don't think you need to be on it.
That park
Yeah.
again?
Southeastern is
Southeastern
by
Fire
the fire
Company?
company.
fire company.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's
Wassergast.
literally like you make the
Crest
pass,
line
so I
is
go to
not far.
Sandra Yeager just because I have to go by it anyway. And then you go to Southeastern and then you hit Kingston and then you come back.
Okay.
It's about a
She has a
45-minute loop for me. It's
There
the
is a-
farthest
there-
park, because I literally live like down the street from here.
There is a geocache at Southeastern.
Yes,
There's
there is.
there's one geocache. There's none at at Jaeger that I've
I could
found.
jump on Southeastern.
There's supposed to be
I'm not
one
far.
here, but we never found it, like I think
I'm
it
not
was
far
a
from
big one.
Southeastern. I
What
can take
is
that.
it?
Okay, so we'll put you with Southeastern also, okay?
Sandy and Mike for Southeastern.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see which one else. And, no, okay, wait, no, it's got a park. You've got a park. Do you want to help Jerry on, any of those? Anyone interested in helping Jerry out with the ball field? You said you were on Saucon Rail Trail. Are you requesting to go off that?
Well, if somebody else wants to take it, I'm down there for Heller Homestead, but, I don't know why you put me on there.
I think that it was empty.
You live on the rail
Jerry
trail
lives
too,
near
so.
there.
So you don't want to be on Heller Homestead?
I don't know how you
No,
live
I
there.
don't want Heller.
Okay, so we'll take you off Heller Homestead.
I have to.
You have two, and you're okay with both of those, Sandy?
If I'm
And you
going-
got
if I'm
Mike?
going to Kingston, I can just do go south.
Okay, good. And then Phil and Mike will be on 4. Steel City. Anyone live over in the Steel City area?
Kingston is the
Oh,
school.
that's Franklin.
The schoolhouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Steel City going once, Steel City going twice. We don't have anyone who would check in on Steel City?
Well, I did this past week.
Yeah.
I just live about 10 minutes away, so it's no
Okay,
big deal.
and you're here this year,
And that's the
that's fine.
space that's right in front of the fire company?
Yes, yeah.
Little baseball field there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tiny. But
Nice little.
yeah. Okay, so let's go through this. Although it's vacant, Bob and Diane, do you have anything to report on Town Hall? Anything going on in Town Hall? So the ideal is at the next meeting, you'd go, and if there's issues that you see, we let us know, and sometimes we have to elevate that right to Roger, like if there's,
Yeah, something broken.
yeah, if something's broken or something like that, we just,
Fence posts, things like
yeah, something like that.
It'll go to the manager and then delegate it to Roger.
Okay, okay, good, thank you.
Or
It
the
goes,
township liaison will take, the Parks and Rec liaison will take it to council.
Before the meeting?
No, we do it at the meeting.
At this meeting? Okay.
yes.
Did anybody take Steel City yet?
No,
No.
just Violet.
I can do that on the way home from Polk Valley. So.
Okay, great. So we're gonna Violet, we have Violet and Robert. Okay.
Robert B.
Okay, so that's town hall. Southeastern. Anything happening at Southeastern?
Truthfully, I didn't go by it.
Okay. That happens,
I know.
especially in the
I
snow.
usually go out in the snow, and I was gonna go and see what the parking lot was like and that kind of thing, but I did not go by it this time. The first time I haven't gone to Mike Park.
Kingston. Anything at Kingston?
No.
Kingston Park is, how would you describe it? Kingston Park's up by the
Let's Franklin School.
Let's Franklin
And
School.
it's just a small little parking lot in an area that had a wildflower, but now it's just all grass, and we're waiting for that to be replanted. And it actually has facilities, so you have to go in there and I mean, that's what I do. Is I go in and I make sure that the bathroom is habitable and supplies are there, and then I leave. So that's.
They actually have
Nice bathroom.
flushable toilets there?
No,
Compost.
it's a compost.
Compost
Compost
toilets.
there,
But
you
it's a
make sure-
building.
Yeah.
It is a building and it has a men and a women's. They have two sides.
And a pavilion.
Same at Southeastern. So I go in and I make sure that they're,
And Southeastern has facilities.
yes,
Are there any other parks have facilities like that?
Ready was supposed to be getting
This one, Town Hall does.
They have restrooms, yeah.
Yes.
Town Hall has flush toilets, right?
Okay.
Or running water.
I wonder if that would be helpful to add to these parks, like what type of facilities they have.
It is. If you go, whoever did the website, it's really amazing. Like, it would be awesome if you could put that in a pamphlet in case, I know there's tons of people out there who aren't going onto the website to see what they have. But it's whoever,
That's a Parks
Carol,
and
who did,
Rec
I don't know who
project,
did it.
Diane.
We worked on that, yeah.
It's awesome. It lists everything.
Sandra, are you done with Kingston?
yes.
Sandra Yeager. So I reported last time that it was overgrown and things were falling, and they got in that brush hog. Is that what it's called, man? They leveled a lot of parts to it too that are not trail oriented, which I get. If you go to, have you used that park? It's the old golf course, and they're doing studies there. They have big fenced in area, and the same company that is doing those studies from Coopersburg also makes recommendations about cutting certain things down on a periodic basis, and they must have done that this fall, that they just leveled some real big areas. The issue is they did a lot of tree planting there, and most of the trees died, and they found out they have a very bad vole problem. I think it's voles. And so what these test areas are doing is they're planting plants at different degree of growth, from a seed to maybe a foot high, to see which ones might be more prone to resist, that the voles won't eat them. But they really annihilated the first go around, and that was from a grant, I guess, that we got to plant all the trees, but they didn't know that there was this vole problem. So there is a company working on it, and there will be wet issues in the springtime, and that's my next concern. Can we put some type of wooden slats over certain parts that they do have a bridge in, but are there other areas that maybe you need that? Because if you're an older person, you're walking that, it gets very wet at certain spots, and
That
they
sounds
should
like
be
a
able
good
to do
wish
it.
list item.
Yep, that's a wish list
You
item.
almost have to like
Is it
do
on
like
there?
little boardwalks.
Yep, they need a few little boardwalks at a few places to make it conducive.
There's like 6 or 7 little ponds
Yes.
within that whole park area. I saw one has, it's like a newer dock, almost like a fishing dock on there. Was that this group that had that put in?
As far as I know, you can ice skate. But I mean, they're becoming so overgrown.
Yeah.
But that dock's been there as far as I know since I don't know. I find it hard to believe that the golf course had that. I don't remember when I played golf there that it was there. So I don't know, in between the golf course and the township ownership, if someone put that out there for. But it is there, yeah. There is a dock on one, but that's becoming totally overgrown now.
Right. It would be nice to open those up. You know, maybe they're nice fishing spots. Who knows?
They are, some of them are becoming vernal in the sense that they're only getting water in the springtime.
Yeah.
They're really, and we are in a drought situation, so they really they don't look like they did 5 years ago because of lack of water.
So that needs to be added, because it's not on, I don't see anything for Sandra Yeager in the wish list.
The only is, the wish list there would be the wooden paths or wet area.
Right.
What they're doing right now is they try to bypass it, and some of the places you can't avoid without some type of wooden walkway or
So,
something.
do you think, would you be able to, I guess we have a walking trail map somewhere of that, like just identify How many places?
Well,
or where?
we didn't notify, there is a problem with this, the sign is hard to understand.
Right.
And I
thought
don't
they
know
were
if,
fixing that.
I mean, I know, I see what they're saying, because the perimeter looks like a trail, like the trails that are marked. There's two sets of trails, but then the perimeter looks like a trail too, and it's not a trail, and so it can throw some people off to think that they're, so that was one issue with the sign.
And I thought they fixed the sign, but.
I don't know if they fixed the sign, I know we brought it up.
I know.
Brought that up, and
I don't know if it was fixed.
the last time
Okay.
I was out there, it had.
So on the wish list would be, the wooden path for Sandra Yeager in the wet areas.
Like a boardwalk, number 12, ridge type thing.
Just get a bunch
A
of
little sign
pallets.
that says tie your laces.
What?
A little sign that says tie your laces.
Yeah,
So you
definitely.
don't lose your shoe.
Definitely. Okay, anything else on Sandra Yeager, anyone knows? Michael, you walk it, so,
We maintain those pavilion areas as well with the picnic tables and the little, covers.
the township does not mow the lawn, that's contracted out.
Oh, okay.
But ultimately, they're responsible. And when bigger things happen, like trees come down, then we need, let the township know, and they get their machines in there and they clean them out. I was hoping to do an Earth Day type of event there this springtime, and Roger said, people will be more of a hassle. He said, we're happy, because they have that machine that, I mean, if you walk now and you see what they did, it's like, you know, the paths were this wide, and I mentioned they were getting encroached. Now they're the width of this room, you know, they really cleaned it out.
Very clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, sometimes
I have-
it's 3 mowers side by side that just go at the same time. Okay.
But I don't know I don't know who does the cutting, but it's not the township.
I have a concern at Sandra Yerger. Remember when we went up there for the meeting that evening? September, October,
Yep,
whatever it was?
Yep.
When we came out, there was a young man in a pickup truck there with his dog. And his headlights were shining. It was difficult to get by him. The only reason I bring that up is to remind people, bring back to their memory that this fellow was there. Now, he didn't come in till it was almost dark. The parks close at dark.
Right.
Why was he there? That's the park that they said that that some guys put on the thing that they would like to see hunting allowed there.
Correct.
And it might be a wise idea on the township's part to just have the police, when they're over that way, just go in that lot, and if there's anybody in there, tell them, hey, you don't belong here.
Yeah,
At the
Lower
pike.
Saucon Police did hang out in there a lot.
They
quite
do,
often.
I was gonna say, because when I've done it, when I do my swing, a number of times that I've done it, the policeman will be there, but that's during the day. Obviously, I don't go to the park at night, but you're suggesting at nighttime, they might include that as part of their route.
Right, because I know they go over that way. I mean, they go by my place, I see them,
Yep.
you know?
So it's smart to have them at least check. I don't know what the role is of the police enforcing the dusk. The sign says dusk. I don't know if they actually enforce that, if that's something that they do as part of their job, but.
And the adjacent private land people do hunt on. I mean, I've seen it. I'm a hunter myself, but they're hunting on private land there.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem.
Right.
People being in the park is a problem,
Right.
especially since it's been decided that people should not be in there hunting, because it would be the responsibility of the township if somebody got hurt in there. So what's the township's liability if they're in there? They shouldn't be, but somebody gets hurt. Is it still the township's responsibility?
I don't know if anybody, it's kind of creepy, the new Woodland Farms, have you hiked that? Like, there's private property right aside, it's right up over the mountain. There's private property right aside of it where hunting is allowed. So they like tell you if you're walking those to put orange or yellow on. It's like,
Oh, Woodland,
yeah, right off Black River Road.
Yep, I've hiked there, yep. Yeah, it's just similar to the Sandra Yeager, because there's private land right along Sandra Yeager as well. Steel City. Robert, you're gonna be new in that one. Violet, anything?
No, it was covered in snow.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Polk Valley Park. Anything happening there?
Nothing to report.
Has anybody played pickleball there yet? Okay, I haven't, but when my husband and I, it was a day after it rained. And I don't know, a couple of the courts need to be squeegeed. Like, I don't know if that's something we can look into, like, some of them, like, I think, what are there for? There's wet spots on them.
You could hang a squeegee or two there so that people had them.
Well, there are things, there's rollers and things that they use on those, on courts, same with tennis courts.
But I don't know if that's something we could look into purchasing.
Probably a good idea to put on the wish list. That is probably an excellent idea.
Yeah, I mean, you see how long it lasts, or chain it to something with a cord or something, but. I mean,
Like at the bank, the pen.
Who needs a big squeegee, I guess? Who needs a big squeegee?
So it's a dip though.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So maybe that's something that it's not, you know, foundation itself isn't.
Yeah, I haven't, let's pay attention to
Much
that.
of a dip
To
to hold water. I mean, you could have a shallow dip 6 feet wide that was a 1/4 inch deep. You
Yeah.
wouldn't even notice it probably playing pickleball.
I don't know how to spell squeeze.
Maybe, but now you would allow that to settle
winged
and
it.
freeze thaw.
Pardon? I
And then
winged
you
it on
start
my
cracking
notes.
the surface.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't disagree with that.
You know, and then all that hard work and effort goes, you know,
Well-
now you got a pothole in the middle of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe
I have
that's
not,
something to look into.
I have not seen that.
Okay.
But let's keep an eye on that.
Preventative
And
maintenance.
I saw somewhere in the minutes here that just as certain parts of the Polk Valley get closed because of rain, I guess the dog park got closed too because of
gosh,
mud and
forever
stuff like that
closed.
previously, so.
Yeah.
Anything else for Polk Valley? I guess we gotta wait till, is anything happening out there right now because of the snow? Or do people, do they do any
Probably maybe
saucering
cross-countries.
or anything?
Are you allowed to sled there?
You would think so, sure.
Can you?
That's a good little hill.
Yeah, that'd be great, right up on the top.
Better hill over here.
Yeah, this is really good.
Do kids come over here?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
A lot of broken arms.
I'm coming. I need.
They're in
I need to
Lehigh,
go
and
sled.
Lehigh's a good place too. Lehigh's a good one.
There was this awesome place over in Allentown where we used to sled as kids at Cedar Crest College, and they didn't want people doing it anymore, so they put chain link fence all over the thing,
Yeah.
and then everybody would come through and cut the chain link fence, and it's just a mess.
Always, when I was a kid, it was always the Steel Club.
Yeah, that's a big place. Oh, yeah, that's right, that was. That's right, I did that too. Eastern Road, Jerry, that's under wraps, you said? That's sort of closed for right now?
There's nothing to report on that. The only thing we were discussing last time was the traffic situation.
And for those who don't know, that's I would say that's the newest park,
Oh, yeah.
freshly completed.
As we discussed at the last meeting about it, the safety issues and what we could do about it. There's not much you can do about it. They have to, it's a PennDOT road. If they stay off to the side, that's it.
Yeah.
They can walk across. I mean, just to bring it to everybody else's attention, there's not that many spots out there. I think there's 32 or 34 spots out there. And when they get big tournaments and stuff out there, all right, standing room only, they're across the street, they're parking their cars, and it gets very dangerous out there. We had talked about putting some kind of light there like they have possibly at Water Street, but Roger kind of echoed what we thought. It's a PennDOT thing. You can't just put that up there. You got to go through all the hoops with PennDOT, and it's going to take a long time. But it would have probably been a good idea, but the thing that I heard now, I don't know if I heard it or I read it somewhere. We thought the church was going to be allowing parking in their overflow area, but I understand, I don't know where, somebody told me the church has said no.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
They should look, I don't know if you go to Jim Thorpe the churches up there, they make a shit ton of money by having the tourists park in their lots. I just know someone who belongs to that church. She goes, you can't believe how much money we make. I don't know if it's something you can go to that church and offer up, like.
I don't
They
think,
actually have, they're so against it that they actually have like a barrier system there, so that only a single car, so that not even a truck can get through, because
But
I
they
think
let
they
the
were worried
cops
about
sit
truck
there.
parking there because of the traffic out there on Eastern Road, so.
What about the
cops
so
sit there,
there's
though.
the ball field, then the cemetery, then there's that other church.
No, it's a schoolhouse, it's all one church. It's just on both sides of the road.
Both sides,
is it?
yeah, the voting place where the polling location is, that's
Yeah.
part of the same property, and then they have that pavilion that's behind it as well.
That you can rent to have like.
Are we allowed to talk about development? Any
In
developments?
development.
Right there at Mockingbird and Easton, Lehigh Valley Planning Commission,
I don't know,
there's warehouse
but it's,
plans.
Well, doesn't have
But,
anything to do with the park.
I mean, warehouse going in across this road from there, that it's in the LVPC email that I just saw back from them, they're mandating that they have to put sidewalks
Well,
in on there.
that's
So
kind of goofy.
the single unit house that's on the corner there, Mockingbird and Easton Road, and the horse field behind it, and then a third parcel are gonna be consolidated into a 100,000 square foot,
Just what we
warehouse.
need.
Sure.
We do need the
Warehouse in
revenue.
the area.
It's just, I mean, there's already warehouses all over there, where else do you wanna put them? But like, that might be, I don't know, something to talk about if
it would have
there's
been nice that we would have a sidewalk, but we don't.
a sidewalk. But if there's other parking that might be available, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's gonna be a
Warehouse,
building put
it'll
over
probably
there.
be going 24/7, and they'll have people in there working and cars filling that lot 24/7, I would think.
Okay.
Well, but the
I'm
issue
looking for
is,
solutions
we
to
have,
parking.
we have a problem with parking at that ball field, and it's unfortunate because it was just constructed, but that is an issue, and hopefully no one gets hurt.
Well, that'll change it real quick.
Correct, that's what we keep saying, so.
Well, Little Leaguer is trying to run across the street, and a tractor trailer doesn't stop.
Okay.
They can sue
Um,
PennDOT.
Saucon Rail Trail. So we need someone, that's an actual group that meets.
Yeah.
Of,
Yeah.
can you tell us what group, what is that? That's Hellertown?
Yeah. it's
Upper Saucon?
Yeah, it's representatives from Hellertown, Lower Saucon, and Township that meet. They need it.
The microphone a little bit.
Oh, microphone.
They meet, I think it's the first week. Honestly, I haven't been to one in a while. I think the next one is in Hellertown, so that one's coming up next month.
Now, if Jerry doesn't want to be on that, does someone want to be on
No,
that?
I want to keep that trail.
Oh, you want to keep the,
I want to keep that. Anything
Okay,
that
okay.
abuts my property.
oh,
I
I'm
know
sorry,
that.
number 9, you don't want to be on the Heller Homestead. Okay, so you're keeping no other, I thought it's gonna happen in the first 6 months, that we're gonna be connected to Bethlehem.
It's, the grant's there. The grant's there. It's just the engineering that has to be done now. The engineer, they're in the engineering stage.
To finish from High Street and towards the casino.
The money's there, just the engineering.
I thought I read that they were hoping to have it completed in 2026, so let's hope. Okay, Heller Homestead, anyone want to take that one? That, and do you know where that is?
Yep.
Yeah, right across the street from Water Street Park.
From the authority, pump station there, so that we can.
Would you take that? Bob, take that, great,
Bob, I'll do it with you.
okay.
But, wait, the Heller Homestead is not the gristmill, I thought the pumps,
Yeah, you're
it's the
talking.
other side
You're
that you wanna
not,
be at.
not that substation.
It's the one
You're-
that's
no,
not by Four Seasons side of the hill,
Four
it's
Seasons.
the,
the other side.
Four Seasons.
yeah, that's the wrong
No,
side.
it's
Not-
Society Hill.
That's Gristmill,
Oh.
that's,
It's the Society Hill.
Hellertown.
Oh,
So
oh,
it's
okay,
the
so
other
it's
side
si-
with the old stone building and then the
Right,
broken
okay, yeah,
down
that's what I
barn.
was thinking of, but I
Yeah.
just had the signs.
At
Yeah,
Creek
so
Road,
that's
right at
good.
Creek
So you
Road.
guys take that,
Yeah, who's responsible for, if you go on walk the trail there, there's all these signages. You can't read them anymore, they're all unreadable, like who's.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
we-
Hellertown.
Part of the project, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
the new
We are
grant for it.
working with a,
With the conservancy.
Yep, they
That-
came and they
that's
presented,
being
so it's getting all updated.
wow. The historic committee, I don't know, yeah, I guess the conservancy is supposed to be working with that, but we've been working with the planner. And one of the things is to open up a trail to use the whole park, the whole 14 acres, and have some new signs for
Yeah.
the trail. Actually,
They planted trees.
there's a smaller group, yeah, they're
They
doing
did some
signs.
trees.
On the
There's a couple
signs
projects
issue,
going on.
I'll just say, last year, I completed the Penn State Extension's Master Watershed Steward Program. And signage is so critical for public education. I've heard it, complaints here, you're saying the signs that are out at Sandy, Yergerd aren't clear, legible, these aren't good. I think that is definitely something that we should look at, for educational purposes, native species, flora, fauna, trail maps, facilities that are at
Yeah,
each, things
they've
like
been
that. I don't know where that
historically,
is on your wish
Google
list or
projects.
not.
Go down to
But-
Cape May, they just opened up a new trail there, and their signage is amazing.
Yeah.
Like they have, like where the turtles are, well, they actually have like how a turtle grows. It's like a little, it's a bronze symbol, and it's like, and the turtle gets bigger, and it was amazing.
I think
Find out who
signage
does
is
it.
really, really important, and a global upgrade for all of those would be something maybe we should look at doing.
Oh, so as an action item, I will take responsibility for the sign at Sandra Yeager. Because I know we talked about it when we were there meeting, but I don't know, and I think I had mentioned something to Roger, but I think I didn't follow up on it.
For everybody who does these park updates, for my benefit, when you go and you do would you mind taking pictures on your phone of the signs so that I can see what it looks like?
The signs
When we
of,
have our next meeting?
like my parks,
Whatever signs are available,
oh,
whatever
I
it
didn't
is.
know if you
Yeah.
wanted big signs or you just want the little,
Whatever it is,
Okay.
whatever you see, let's get a view of what
Okay.
you're seeing
oh,
out
I didn't
there.
know if you wanted the
I
Go
mean,
visit 'em.
park.
I take pictures of
signs.
obstructions and things and send them to Roger, so he knows
Okay,
exactly
but
what
I'm
he has
just
to cut
talking
down. But
about
you're
for
talking
sharing
about the
it.
actual signs.
yeah, I think it would be good for all of us to know what you're talking about. When you say the perimeter looks like a trail, what are you talking about? I've never seen it.
Okay, there you go.
We will do that.
Okay,
I only have one action item right now, by the way.
mine's an action item.
Yeah, you're the only one.
And the other would be the wish list, I think.
Oh,
And
I've been
tell me-
adding those.
Tell me, should we just keep it comprehensive, or do you wanna do it by month? Like this month, we have a few wish list stuff.
Well,
What's better? Just keep a general list.
yeah, well, we had the original wish list. Not gonna use this anymore? We're gonna start a new wish list?
No.
Oh.
We gotta decide which ones
Bill, do you
which
think
ones
it-
we won't, which ones are, continue to be a priority for 2026.
I see, because I just added the two wish list things, the path that needs the bridge, and then the pickleball needs the squeegee. Those
Great.
two things I
Thank
added
you.
I
to
think
here.
we should go through that wish list since
Yes.
we've got so many people here.
Yep,
So
I wanna do that.
everybody's on the same page.
Yep. Okay, so ideas, goals for 2026. Movies in the park, is that gonna be scheduled again in?
Survey is out.
Yeah, I see the results.
And
That's
the movies in the park are things that occur at Steel City and here. Those two.
And Hope Valley Park.
Hope Valley's on here too. I
So
didn't
the
know
movie
that.
list is out, and we are currently getting results in, that was extended to February 18th. I didn't know if you wanted to extend it even longer. I heard on council that they, talked about possibly having that extended. So I have it scheduled, to end on February 18th.
Mm-hmm.
I have 5 two are, first one is, how can we get more people out there? And let me see the second one.
Carla, is that something that could go through the elementary schools? I know it'd be a good 5-minute end of the day activity for the teachers, have the little kids.
They're weird about sharing information from anybody though, school, yes.
I mean, you can, I have a QR code on here, I have a link on here, I have it advertised on our website, I can send it out, to people.
How many hits you got there?
I have 40. So I put it on Facebook all the time. So if everybody wants to send it out to their friends on Facebook or whatever social media you have. But I'm looking, we have three different locations and I have 3 movies per location, different movies. So people are voting on what movie they like.
There you go. Sounds good.
If you can help get word out, that would be great.
I'll share it.
I'm assuming that you have to end it so you can order it, correct? I mean, there has to be a dead.
I have to have an end date on that so that I can get the movie licensing.
Yeah, that's what I thought, so.
And I have to send out to sponsors to get,
Like funding and
cover
stuff.
that.
Yeah, so I would, the February 18th, it seems like you've been aggressive. I think that you get to a point of saturation that you've done your job, Carol. I don't think
Parks and Rec Board can share it on your social media stuff that you use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, will do.
I know what else we can do.
And then we can wrap things up by looking at our wish list, just so that you're available. It's the colorful chart. The first is, so you have the park name, and then the wish list item is installing a compost restroom and possibly a community center stand to sell food and things like that. 2 things that aren't there. Polk Valley Park is replace the split railing fence, and that may not be a wish list. That might be something that we need to do just because if it's deteriorated. I know
It should be
being
finished,
done.
or almost finished, right? Weren't they really?
Okay, so if it's, as soon as it gets started, let's take it off our wish list. We don't need it on there anymore.
Or maybe just have a column that say it's
Pending.
Well, if you
already
look at
happening.
The green,
it's
yeah,
color coded.
the color coding has that
Tells
it's,
you that it's in progress, right? So the blue is that.
Who did this chart?
I think Carol,
Combination over a few years.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
So fancy.
We handed it.
Reading,
Yep.
the Reading Trailhead
Yep.
is the only access we have in Lower Saucon for the trail, and install a permanent restroom there. 4, Town Hall, replace stage near pavilion. Red means we're at nothing's happening there. But it's we're keeping it on the wish list, and we can decide, maybe we should have one time a year to really decide, are we gonna keep looking at this? Or it's just off the wish list now because we don't have energy to do it. Maybe that's something we do in
Yeah.
June, maybe every June.
It has down here that it was last revised, and I don't remember doing it at the end of 26. Do you remember doing it in November?
I think,
Carol did?
yeah.
Oh,
Carol
good,
revised
okay.
it.
I was like, I don't
Not
know.
the whole thing, but
Yeah, little section here and there.
your notes.
And the Saucon Rail Trail, the lean-to, that has to be at the Reading Township area too. That's the only place we could put it. So they really go together.
No, not really. I think what you want at that, I think we should have a pavilion there. I think we should put that on the wish list. We should have some type of pavilion there, small pavilion at the Reading Trailhead.
At the Reading End. So I would put
But
them,
that pavilion, when I brought that up, the pavilion, I would envision it would be somewhere between Meadows Road and Old Mill Road. Now, you may I don't think you were at the Steel City meeting when the Eagle Scout came there and gave his presentation on what he was gonna do for the Litz Franklin, I think it was. And I talked to the scoutmaster after that meeting, and I was hoping to possibly get somebody that has an Eagle Scout project like the one that you worked with, Bob, and get somebody on an Eagle Scout project to do something small, not a big lean-to, but something small where people can get under it when it gets stormy weather. But I haven't heard from them. I don't know if somebody else is familiar
I mean,
with.
we'll keep it there. The Heller Homestead is just taking care that there's a small little nature trail there. Mulch that. The railing along the walkway, there's an incline walkway at the Easton Ball Field. And it would be advantageous to have a railing along that wall. And there's no restrooms and running water at the Easton Ball Field. Regrade the ball field at Steel City, and the Heller Homestead is painting the front door post. That building's a responsibility of the Lower Saucon. Okay. Is that just is that something, don't they, wouldn't they necessarily notice that and Roger would make sure the people paint it?
Not necessarily. They go out there when they're called out there to do things, but, it is on the list.
Okay.
I think Priscilla brought it up last year, so it's on the list to be done.
Yeah, we
And
discussed.
12 is gonna be,
12 is the little bridge on the path of Sandy
Well,
River Park.
yeah, there's wet spots.
I called it a
There's two
bridge.
bad
Yes,
Too bad.
path needs bridge. for wet
boardwalks. They're really boardwalks.
spots. I won't call them bridges,
Boardwalks. Two of them. And I might just go ahead and ask Roger because they did replace the bridge within the last year. And that's all I'm saying is if they did that and that's a bridge, all you need to do is that and make sure and put it over the wet spots and you'd be fine.
Like in the palette kind of an idea. Just
Yeah,
is what you're
yep.
saying. Okay.
And the other is the squeegee?
The squeegee at the pickleball courts. I don't know how to spell squeegee, so.
It's a little more involved than a palette.
Right, but you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
in slats. Oh, I would not want to be the, yes.
And then,
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I would be concerned about accessibility issues. I think
All right,
that's the
here's
applicants.
my wish list, but
Okay.
it's very expensive. Does anybody play ping pong? We have an outdoor ping pong table that we discovered down at Saucon Park. It's awesome. So if there's snow on it, we just go down there and clear the snow and play ping pong. I know it's like a lot, but that company is from, I guess it's from France or something. It's a 10-year warranty on it. I don't know if there's-
Plastic or is it
No,
like
it's like,
Concrete?
I don't know what kind of material, like.
It looks concrete. It looks like it's like
No,
solid
it isn't.
surface of
It's
some
like
sort.
a steel type thing.
Uh-huh.
It's all, like, go down and see it, and then the net's like,
I would-
that's like permanent net, it's hard.
Okay.
That could be.
Get a chance, go down there and play, like, it's
I wanna
awesome.
check that out. That could be a great Eagle Scout project too.
It
And there's two-
looks like it might be powder coated stainless. I would think anything outdoors.
But if you go onto that website and just type in they have all different kinds of ping pong tables, but if you do that, the park outdoor one, it goes into great detail about it, shows you how to put it together, like, the
And so-
company's amazing.
And so you're talking about Polk Valley Park probably?
I don't know where you would put it. I live right here, so this would be very.
Or no, here Township Park would be
I'm gonna
too.
look into that, Bob. This is another question I have too, because this is what, in Hellertown, my daughter rented the pavilion out there where the basketball thing is. So she paid her price. We go there to set up in the morning and there's families there having picnics on it. It was it's like, oh, we're sorry, we rented this. And it was an uncomfortable thing that we had to chase these people away. So when I got a hold of the borough, I was like, so what they do now, she rented again this year, they actually put a sign up there that says, and I know down at Saucon Park, we've been there, there's 2 pavilions there, there's always, anytime there's something, it'll say, cruise family, pavilion 1. What do they do here when somebody rents one? Is any signage put up? Because that was really weird. We had to chase the family away, like we felt awful, like we paid for this.
There's no signage on a daily basis, but we do have signs up there that the pavilions are rented.
On a certain day. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
We don't
No.
list the certain days, we just have a notice out there that you have to rent them.
But then if they are running out, like the week before, no one goes out and puts a temporary sign up saying this facility will be,
Rented tomorrow.
So the person has to kick away whoever's there if somebody's in the way.
I don't think it happens quite often.
That's the fun part.
If it happens, it would be during the week or something like that, but I mean, it's rented on a daily basis and,
You don't see it as a problem that has happened?
we haven't had a problem now that you say it.
All right, I was just curious, because
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
like
I've
really
seen
weird.
that.
I
I've
was like,
seen it
I'm
already at
sorry,
places
you know,
where they
it's
do
like
put up, you
a
know,
sign that
whoever, the
says, yeah.
Johnsons are using this pavilion today or whatever.
Another thing, does anybody play frisbee golf at all?
Yeah?
We have no frisbee golfs other than going up to Lehigh here where the bike thing is. I don't know if that's something.
But, and that's.
That'd
not
be
Lehigh's
so
very
risky.
good.
When we're looking for stuff.
That mountaintop park where they have that frisbee golf
Yeah.
is not part of.
No, that's Bethlehem.
That's
Nope.
And
We
you
don't
located in the
overlap.
township, but does the
It's
city of
located, that's
Bethlehem-
right, what I'm
Yes.
saying, it's
It's
located
Yes.
within the
Yes.
township.
It's
Now,
not ours.
Lehigh
And it's
actually
private.
bought the
It's
I
other
mean,
half
it's
of it.
private, but it's open to the
They rent
public.
it out on a daily basis.
You can, anyone can use it. My experience.
Pavilions?
No,
No,
the frisbee.
The disc golf.
Yeah, the kids just go all the
There's
time.
Yeah.
tournaments there all the time too. Can any of our parks handle like a 6-course frisbee?
No, but,
How about Heller Homestead?
Not allowed
In
to.
the 14 acres that we
Yes.
can't get to. There you go.
yeah, I think,
Future.
if you really want, if you want my opinion on the whole thing, the, environmental easement that we just, reinstated over on the other side,
well, we demoed that.
We don't know that.
okay, but, you know,
Associated with the.
somewhere over there would be a
Didn't know
great
that,
place
right? So
to have
the-
some
the
recreational
house is here and the
facilities
barn is
that,
here, and then that land
would prevent
goes
them being
all the way
used for
to
other
that-
purposes.
That's all Heller Homestead
Seriously?
land.
All right,
But,
last thing I want to say, has anybody been
yeah, but
to the Anderson campus with their sunflowers
Yes.
and their
Gorgeous.
fairy gardens?
Yeah.
That,
Gorgeous.
and that big house, I could show you pictures of, that fairy garden thing is
Yes.
a kid's attraction. Like, and I don't know, and every time like I take my granddaughter there, they have different, I don't know if like it's Girl Scout troops or classes are making these, but there's like areas where there's different fairy houses, like, and so that's what we have to find out. How can we make one to display there? And then
That would
you
have
get-
been fun to do instead of Kingston. Ideally, you know, that was a nice area that would have lent itself to that, but that got so overgrown. It's maintenance issues, I think, for some
Yeah.
of those places, to keep those things cleared and done. But that's something that would be a good park to do that at,
Are there,
the Kingston,
Like
because it's a
my
nice
kids-
I'd
big
love to know
open
how
space.
Anderson campus does that.
oh my God, did you
That's
see
gotta
what they
be
did with
pretty-
the, did you see
pretty-
the pumpkins?
I didn't see, I remember the sunflowers, but that's gotta be a pretty
I was
expensive
in there
endeavor.
last summer, and there were fellas in there working for landscape crews. And these poor, I mean, it was miserably hot.
That was the pumpkin thing. They have a hut there. Yeah, and they have little kids things here, like,
I don't know they had the garden part. I didn't know they had a fairy
I've
garden.
seen that along a rail trail that I was on. I think it was in New Jersey though. And I don't know if people just did it on their own, but there was a bunch of them.
As you go, as you walk by, they have little,
Yeah, they have the
vignettes
little
of
gnome,
them.
the little
Yeah,
gnome
homes
houses,
and
all, yeah.
fairy homes
We
and
have some by Jerry's place. There's a fairy garden somewhere down there on the rail trail.
Jerry, what do you know about that?
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And they have a little domino, tic-tac-toe. Are there, like, my kids are in their 30s, so as Girl Scout leaders, and Boy Scouts leaders, way back, are there still Girl Scout troops and Boy Scout troops?
We still have Eagle projects, you know, that Boy Scouts are doing.
But I mean, like, little Girl Scouts, like,
I don't
do we still have
Brownies?
scouts in town?
Brownies.
my daughter was years ago, I don't know
Sell
currently.
cookies over the weekend.
Yeah, that's true, they do sell cookies,
Yeah, because they come around the neighborhood.
yeah, yeah.
Because that would
Maybe
be cool to have
Victoria's
the,
daughter did.
like,
Somebody was
that
at
might
the
be one
house.
of the badges, like, if they could create one, and then we could display them at one of the parks for a week.
Concept.
give them
I'll tell you, I was in Sam's Club a while ago with my wife, picking up a couple things. Looked at this guy and knew he was about my age, so I just made, you know, like an off-the-cuff remark, and we both kind of chuckled. So we talked for a bit, went on through the store, almost up to the cash registers, and this guy sees me and he stops me. And he starts, here he is the guy that's responsible for the final approval on the Eagle Scouts in this area. And he knows the last couple people that we sent up there.
Cool.
I remember talking to him and passing, and he's
That's
tough,
always
let me tell you. He said he's told one or two of them, "Now, you're not done here yet. You haven't done enough, whatever," but yeah.
You have
he's
his
tough
name,
on it.
Bob?
What's that?
You have his name?
I didn't get his name. I forgot. But yeah, he was like the top dog in the area, and he's no pushover, let me tell you. He was looking to pass it on to somebody else because, like I say.
Carol, did we cover new business for, okay?
Yeah.
We'll wait, at our next meeting, we will probably have more ideas on the movies in the park.
But the ideas that, we write down the ideas that Diane brought?
I wrote
Yep.
it down.
March?
I
so-
appreciate you. I didn't write them down. I was worried if I was supposed to.
And then, Carol, will you?
Thank you for doing this.
Will you update the people associated with the park updates? Do you have that, or should I give you that?
No, I will.
Okay,
I have
great.
it.
She's so good. I write things
Any
down and I don't
other thing for, any other business for the good of the whole?
Well, so what about the survey results? How are they getting incorporated into this wish list?
We are,
Well, we have, they can easily be copied directly. I mean, the last time we had a pretty large conversation about the community center, because that was number one, and I think it should be, I'd love to see us put a community center on the property at Polk Valley somewhere. But you're talking, that's a long-term plan and vision, but, Jay came and he just said, he's talking millions and millions.
Yeah, exactly.
But the longer we wait, it's gonna be more millions.
For sure.
But that's a good idea, we can easily, let's, you know what, I'll put that, can I have that as an action item? To review that and make sure we, update our wish list according to the survey results.
Is there somebody who looks at grants on those types of things?
we have, like, if you look on the wish list, a couple of the grants, so if we bring it up, then Carol will say, there's this grant that we can apply to that we might be able to use for that. And Laura and Priscilla have brought that up in the past.
Well, you know, you go over to Palmer Township and they got the Schrin Community Center right there.
Yeah.
They got a landfill that's willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Why isn't our landfill willing to pay for it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't think they've been taken to court by the community that they want to put the park in. So I think that the goodwill of that might be a little bit of an impact.
Basketball,
Basketball
would be good because I know my son's playing basketball and it is packed. Their schedule at the elementary school, middle schools, gyms, they're overlapping. He has practices from 8 to 9 because of how late it has to be for them. It's ridiculous. We could definitely use some more of those facilities indoor.
Well, if I might.
The only other place that I think that we have property that's big enough for that, is right there across the school in that Polk Valley area.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
don't
but
know
that's cemetery, most of that's cemetery, but that'd be nice. I mean, the whole cemetery business is going to cremation. They don't need that space. That would be
No,
a
the
great.
fields where they put that compost
Up by the
area,
school. That's,
right
Oh,
across
yeah.
from the high
Yeah.
school.
yeah,
Uh,
that's not owned by the school.
That's not township.
That's
Only
township.
parts of that, only
No,
parts
that's
of that
owned by
land
Herman.
is
Down
owned by,
below the dog park was where they,
Yes.
Park and Rec had talked about
putting
putting
it,
it,
and
there's
that,
space
at
there.
that flat
There is.
section
Okay.
there.
There is place there.
That's where they had thought it would be.
Okay.
The other parts is, like, this,
Or,
across the street
you
of it, the school district used to own, but they rent that out to the farmer that does this cornfield. Like, so
Bethlehem
it's,
Township has a great community center.
Oh, I
That
belong to that
facility
one.
that they have,
I
with the
belong there.
parks all in front of it and the trail around there,
It's excellent.
multiple
They have
pavilions.
jacuzzi, they got
Oh.
indoor pool, outdoor pool, steam
yeah, for
room.
sure.
and they have a very large tax base of
Yeah.
commercial property
Yeah.
that provides the revenue to be able to do that.
I
But
get it.
I
A
think
small little community
Polk
like
Valley was
Saucon Valley.
purchased though, wasn't there a ballot initiative to raise money for
Open space.
open space for
And then the
a
park.
set period of time?
That park, that was a very long process.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
we
It's a long
wanted to have
process.
the flat land
Yeah, it's a point two,
on
it
the
was a
corner
point two
of
five on the
Meadows Road, and
EIT,
the woman was gonna put a tree farm there.
but
That is still not a tree
And what
farm,
is it,
and then it was suddenly
20%?
gonna become Phoebe. And then that got
That's
stopped
right.
when
I
Mo bought
remember that. I
the
remember
land,
that.
and so we
Yeah.
had to go and do all of those layers and tiered, and it
It is.
cost millions and millions more to have Poke Valley, because we couldn't get the flat land that we wanted.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a huge deal.
Some of a lot of those things are in the, a lot of the survey things are in the wish list I was just looking at, but
Okay.
I'll review it again.
Not the big one.
Not the
Not
community
the
center.
Not the big one.
Well,
Exactly.
it is
I would like
mentioned.
It
I'd
is,
like- I'd
we
like
call
a
it the
community
snack
center.
stand. It
No.
would be a.
A snack stand with a jacuzzi.
She says it's listed, but it's called Community Center Snack
Compost,
Stand.
restroom, community.
Okay, we're
center,
not allowed to go more
Yeah.
than an hour and a half, so we
We are
have to
way over.
adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn our meeting? Jerry?
Second.
Yes.
Sandy, second, all in favor?
Aye. Thank you, kids, for being here so long.
Yes. We'll try to slim it down to an hour.
I like the hour.
Yeah, 1 hour's,
Sufficient.
Every time.
yeah, please look at your